Hey guys, I am Claire. Welcome back. Today we're going to be smashing out another full body workout. I've got some wrist weights, my bala bangles. These are just under 1 kilo each. And I also have some 1 kilo hand weights with me. All right, so I'm doubling up the weights in some parts of the workout, and that's obviously optional for you. If you want to scale it down, you've got the option to take the bala bangles off or your wrist weights off, or pop your hand weights down and out of the way. All right, I'm also going to start with my foot bar all the way down and just on one blue spring. So the lightest spring that I have on this reformer, one blue spring. All right. I'm going to leave the weights off to the side for now. I'm going to introduce them in just a little bit. To get started with, we'll take a warm up standing in the well of the reformer. So just come and stand about halfway back into the well. And let's just place one hand to the heart space and one hand down to the belly. And we'll come into our breath work here. Nice big inhale breath. We draw that breath in through the nose, send it to the belly first. And then let the exhale go nice and soft, dropping through the shoulders. So the feedback we're looking for on that inhale is the belly lifts, then the chest. The exhale is soft and relaxed. Next time we breathe out, bring the hands down next to your hips and we reach them up overhead as we inhale. Eye gaze to follow. Exhale, open them, tuck the chin, and slowly roll yourself down. I'm stacking our spine, one vertebrae at a time. Just coming to a nice hang down at the bottom here, letting the hands hang heavy, letting the head hang heavy. And then soften your knees as you breathe in. Exhale, scoop up through the belly, lift through the belly, roll up through the spine. We open the arms and reach up. Inhale. Open them as we reach down and exhale. Rolling back down. In our forward fold here, can we just give our head a little bit of a shake, a little bit of a nod. And then we're going to soften into that left knee and reach the right arm up to the ceiling, opening through the chest. If you want a stronger stretch here, take your left hand across the body and hold on to the outside of your railings. Simply press down through that a little bit more, getting a little bit more of a rotation. And then we bring the hand down. We soften that that right knee now. Reach the left arm up and maybe hold on to the outside railing with the right arm if that feels nice. Gentle pull to get some more rotation. And we bring the hands both back down. Inhale, soften those knees again. Exhale, slowly peeling yourself all the way back up. We reach up one more time here. And then bring the hands down next to us on that exhale. We're going to start to come into a squat to warm up. So we sit the bottom back, hands come down in front of us, drive up through the heels. Inhale, sit back, and exhale as we stand up. Squeeze the bum at the top here. Sit down and stand up. So you want to bring that weight all the way down into your heels and squeeze the bum at the top. Take it slow. So we just start to feel those muscles gently warm up. We're going to take a nice gentle warm up today. So a few nice easy moves before we bring the spice up. Like all of my online workouts at the moment have been pretty intense. All right, let's go down for 4. Driving up, nice squeeze at the top. For 3, 2, we add on in our next one. 1 will come down into that squat. Reach your hands forward, grab onto those shoulder blocks and gently pull that carriage in. Squeeze the back, release it back to the stopper and then stand yourself up. So you want to make sure that when you come into the squat and you reach for the shoulder blocks that you're able to keep your weight back through your heels. If the shoulder blocks are just a little bit too far forward for you, then you might want to walk a little bit further forward. If your legs are super long, your arms are super long, and you need a little bit more space, step a little bit closer towards the back of your reformer. Now that spring is light, so our focus here is just on keeping the weight back through the heels and holding that squat as we gently activate through those shoulder and chest muscles. Reach forward, squeeze the underarms, the back, keep your elbows tucked in, and make sure that carriage pull is slow so that we have a chance to squeeze at the top. We're going to go for 3, then we hold down at the bottom just for those carriage pulls while the load builds through the thighs. Pull in, squeeze. Last one, hold it down here. We pull and gently release. Squeeze and release. So sit back through those heels, squeeze through the back muscles, and we hold it in 3, 2, 1. Hold the carriage in and return it to the stopper. Just lifting up through the hips. We're going to step those toes back onto the pole across the back of your reformer here and float forward and find that plank position. A little tuck of the tail, squeeze the thighs, pull the belly in. We're going to pike the hips up, draw our chest down in between our hands, and then roll through the spine, scooping the belly back into that plank. Inhale. Exhale, pike, pull up through the belly. Inhale, float forward. On our next one, we start to add in a bit of a core climber, I guess. So you come forward, find your plank, right knee pulls in, tighten the belly, step back, take that pike. Find your plank, pull the left knee in, step back, and pike up. Keep the bottom high on that pike, that tuck of the tail, that scooping up through the belly right until that last part of the pike. So you find that movement through the spine, that rounding up. Alternating sides for those core climbers and squeezing in through the stomach as your knee comes in. And next time we come forward for that plank, let's hold that plank, just the core climbers, pulling in and back. So keep your eye gaze lifted and forward here. So we've got length through the spine. Every time the knee comes in, breathe out. Every time you send that foot back, really use that mind-body connection to return the foot exactly where you brought it from. For 4, 3, 2, 1 more here. Step into the whirl. Sit the bottom down, hands lift from those shoulder blocks, little pulses in our squats here. Maybe reach the arms up. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Standing up. Give those shoulders a little roll. Whew. And we're going to continue our warm up down on our carriage. So you come onto your carriage and just shuffle forward here. You can have your feet up against your shoulder block now. Hands are down on that platform extender, or if you don't have a platform extender, come over onto that standing platform. And we just want to press the carriage out from underneath the hips, coming into that kneeling plank position here. So we are tucking the tail, engaging the core, shoulders down, elbows soft. And we take our long stretch here. Inhale, breath to prepare. Exhale as we press away. Inhale, draw in. Exhale, press away. Pull your belly in. Press down through those hands. Engage the arms, the shoulders, the chest. Keep that length through the body the whole time. Keep that length through the neck too. So we don't want to drop the head down and watch what our knees are doing here. We want to keep that head lifted. So your eye gaze kind of stays up around those fingertips as you draw in. And then maintain that position through the neck as you press away. Beautiful. Now, if you need more space, you can always take your feet in between your shoulder blocks. The knees a little further back. So you've got more range there for your long stretch. It's also going to make the spring a little lighter, so it's going to be a little more challenging. We're going to add a push up here. So when we draw the carriage in, maintaining that kneeling plank, bring the chest down, inhale, exhale, press away, and push out. Draw in and down. Exhale, push up and out. Now, little tip for your push-ups here. Lead with the chest, keep the eye gaze lifted. As you push up, pull your belly in first. So feel that pulling in before you push your chest up. This is going to really help you maintain that core control, turning your body into a really nice strong plank, and it actually will make you stronger in your push-up position. All right, so we're getting that mobility through the shoulders for your long stretch, that strength through the chest to draw in, and strength through the chest to press up. Of course, you can take this up onto your toes. Since this is just a bit of a warm-up, I'm going to stay down. One more like this, and we stay just with those push-ups. Down and up. Chest down, belly in. For 3, 2, 1 more here. Find your long stretch. Option just to hold it if that's strong enough, or we pulse it in and out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Knees come wide. And we find a child's pose here. Just let the head drop down. The belly relaxes. The hips open up, maybe swaying here. Whew. So that's our warm-up. Should be feeling warm from the shoulders all the way through to those glutes now. And we're going to grab those bala bangles and we're going to place them onto our wrists. Okay, leave my clock just there. So you can go lighter with these, so depending on what type of wrist weights you have at home. I've got these in 1 pound or 2 pound options. These are the 2 pound options, which is equivalent to almost 1 kilo each, like maybe 950 grams, I think. Ooh. So it does actually add quite a lot of load to the work. So like I said earlier, if it gets a little bit strong using the wrist weights, just take them off and continue. All right, opt for that before you opt to stop your movements, okay? So we're gonna stay in a low kneel. I'm right back up near my shoulder blocks. I'm gonna reach down and grab onto my short loops. I'm still on that lighter spring, my blue spring or half spring. The elbows are tucked in and we're gonna get ready for our offering arms. So the palms are facing up, shoulders down, ribs down. Inhale, we prepare. Exhale, we send those arms long and reach. Keep the shoulders back and that lovely posture. The elbows tuck in and reach. Draw in and reach. So imagine you're holding onto a tray of tea and coffee. So when your elbows draw in, don't let those weights, your hands, drop down. Otherwise, you've dropped all the coffee. You want to keep that offering position here with the palms facing up. Keep the shoulders down and sit it up nice and tall, lifting through the crown of the head. We're going to start to add on a high kneel as we reach forward. So we're going to squeeze the thighs as we open the hips and press forward and then lower back down, resting the bottom down. Squeeze the thighs, press and lower down. So you want to keep that chest as upright as possible, okay? If we pitch forward, we're going to take a little bit more load through the glutes and a little bit less tension through the thighs. And I want you to start to really squeeze those thighs on. Beautiful. We've got 4 like this, and we're going to hold up at the top and just continue working the arms. Can you maybe just start to hover the bottom and kiss those heels rather than resting down? 2 more. Hold up 1 more, just those offering arms in and out. Keep squeezing the thighs, tucking the tail, pushing into those straps, keeping those shoulders working, chest working, crown of the head reaching up. 2 more. 1 more, and we hold the arms long. Just that bottom, lower and lift. Thighs are on fire. Shoulders are on fire. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the arms down. Oh my. Straps back onto the hooks. Give those shoulders a little roll. Maybe interlace the arms. Oh, that feels good. Behind you. All right. We are done down on our carriage. I'm going to grab my Hand weights now. I've got my 1 kilo hand weights, which means I'm going to be holding almost 2 kilos in each side. So at any time you can put them down. Of course, if you want to go heavier, you can grab 2 kilo hand weights. I think for some people that would probably be okay. For me, it's a big no-no. That's far too strong. We are going to change our spring here though before we keep moving to 1 red spring, 1 medium spring. On my reformer, that's just under double what we were working on. Okay. And then holding one of those weights in each side, we're going to step up onto the stable part of the platform and then up onto the moving carriage here. I'm going to heel toe my carriage foot. So I actually have my left foot on the carriage to start with, right foot on the standing platform. So you're welcome to follow on the same side if that makes it a little bit easier to follow. I will probably refer to it as my carriage leg though anyways. So I want to move my carriage leg just a little bit further away from the edge here. Once we get moving, the further away that leg is, the easier it's going to be. The closer we have it towards the edge, the harder it's going to be. So I just want to be about a foot's distance away from the edge to start with whilst I find my range. I want to push the carriage just off the stopper here. Tuck the tail and just feel those glutes start to engage, all right? It should be light, but you're working on that stability of keeping your carriage nice and still. Now we're gonna squat down, bring those weights in front of you and drive up through the heels, squeeze at the top. Squatting down and driving up, all right? So try and keep that carriage as still as you can. I feel like I'm doing a terrible job of that. Down and drive up. So it means you can't rush it. If you rush through this, that carriage is going to be wobbling all over the place. You're going to take that squeeze at the top each time you come up. Pull your belly in. Oh, I feel like I've been doing so much standing stuff lately as well. This is a bit different though. So with that heavier spring, we really target into the glutes once we start moving a little bit more. I feel like I've been doing lots of inner thigh work standing. Boom, and up. We're going to add on. Next time we come down to that squat, we stand up, drive those weights up to the ceiling, push the carriage out, press into the side of the glutes, slowly bring it in, weights down, bum down, stand, press and press out. Slowly bring it in, hands in, and take that squat. So a few things to notice here, okay? The slower you take your splits, the stronger the glutes are going to feel that load, okay? Especially on that way in. All right, we also want to make sure when we do come back to that squat each time, we are not at the stopper. We are finding that hovering position that we started off in. Press out, pull in, weights down, bottom back, let's go. All right, I'm going to make this a little bit harder for myself by heel toeing my carriage foot a little bit closer towards the edge so that I again have that heavier load. So if you want to make it harder, find that position and push, press out. That's it. All right, we're going to add on a tricep extension at the bottom of that squat. So we stand up, take that split, draw in, weights down, squat, extend back behind you. Find length through the neck here in that squatting position. As we pitch the chest forward for that tricep extension, you can start to bring these movements together and find that smooth transition as you squat, extend, press and open. Keep pushing into the sides of those feet, squeezing into the side of the glutes. We're going to hold down into that squat in 3, in 2, 1 more. We find that squat here, all the weight coming into my right foot, which is my platform foot. And we are going to push the carriage out, extend the weights back and pull it in. Now we keep the weight in that standing leg. We don't want to follow the carriage out as we take that skater. You want to keep all of that weight over so that the glute of your stable leg is on fire. Pull and press. Length through the neck. Squeeze into those triceps. We've got 6 for 5. Take it at your own pace. I'm going for 4, 3, 2, stay with me, 1, bring it in, stand up, drive up, open the carriage out here and hold it. Tuck the tail, squeeze the glutes, the arms come down, and we're going to make little circles here as we hold that carriage as steady as we can. Whew. That's it. Reverse the direction. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push out a bit further and slowly resist to come all the way in as you bring your weights down. Whew. All right. Step off onto that mattress. Give those legs just a little shake down. I'm going to crouch down, pop my weights down here, and bring my knees right up against those shoulder blocks. Good opportunity for a drink of water if you would like to take a quick breather. I'm going to keep us moving for those who want to move through this nice and swiftly while the heart rate's still up. It definitely is. All right, come up into a high kneel here. Cross those straps over. I'm going to hold down near the knots. We are going to work our rows. So the larger muscle group, have a little bit more tension is fine. You're welcome to stay in a low kneel if you prefer to. I'm going to come up into my high kneel so that my belly is engaged here. So we want to squeeze and stay lifted up through the crown of the head. We don't want to be swaying back here. Otherwise, the core gets an opportunity to switch off. We're going to take a low row, squeezing those elbows back, squeezing into the back muscles, and slowly reach forward. Tighten the belly as you row. Release forward. Inhale. Beautiful. So the taller you are through the crown, the more core you're going to feel here to stabilize you. And we also just want to be squeezing into the back of those arms and the upper back, upper and middle back as we bring those elbows back. Keep the shoulder blades pulling down and back. Once you have your stability and you've found that flow, can we take a high row here? Elbows come up like you're aiming them up to a V. Those hands come up towards your underarms, and we squeeze the shoulders together back behind us while we keep the ribs pulling down here. We don't want the belly to flare out. Inhale forward, exhale, big squeeze. All right, let's take single arm. Right elbow draws across as we rotate and follow that elbow with our eye gaze. And forward, left, and forward. Use your obliques here. All right, if it's too strong, work your hands a little bit further up those straps so you've got less tension. Try come through that nice proud kneeling position each time you come back through center. Keep the hips square and use those obliques to rotate. Keep your arms up as you row. You don't want your other arm to drop down. Keep it steady up in front of you, keeping that tension, that low, thanks to those wrist weights. Let's go for 3. We're coming back to doubles. In 2, 1. Double row, up and down. Belly tight, big squeeze for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release all the way down. Give the shoulders a little roll out. We have one more round of work. I'm going to stay in a low kneel for this next bit, but you are welcome to come into a high kneel. It's going to reduce the tension through the straps, but you'll still have that core work. All right, I'm going to bring my hands all the way through the long loops and place those loops in behind the creases of my elbows. Ready for our open the window. I've uncrossed my straps too, by the way. So I've got the left strap over the left arm and right over the right. Bring your arms up into that 90-degree angle. Sit up nice and tall here, belly tight, and we press back. Press back into those straps. Inhale, draw forward. Keep your elbows elevated. Exhale, press back. Now, as you press back, I see so many people open through the chest to squeeze those back muscles. You want to keep your ribs down and your belly in. So all of that happens at once. Exhale, elbows open, ribs down, belly in. Inhale, draw forward. Oh, it's heavy with these wrist weights. I'm going to add on an overhead press. We open, push up, down, and forward. Now, when you press up, you're pushing back into those straps here.
So you're not letting those weights come forward on that overhead press. You want to keep them back in line with the body, all right? If you can go all the way overhead, great. Halfway is fine. Keep your chin tucked and reach your eye gaze forward. Let's go for 3. Like this, we've got 2. 1 more, just overhead press for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, bring it down. Great work. All right, let's pop those straps over onto the hooks. Give the shoulders a little bit of a roll. Maybe take a little twist. Whew. We're coming up to work our side splits, facing the other direction. Alrighty, so I'm gonna grab my weights. Step back up onto the carriage again. Stable platform first. Then I'm taking my right foot now onto the carriage, or my carriage foot if you're doing something different is what I will refer to this as. You'll have to watch the back of me. We're going to start with those squats. So we want to just heel toe the foot out. So we've got a little bit of space between the foot and the edge. Press the carriage out. So you're just hovering off of that stopper. Bring the weights down in front of your chest as you squat. Drive up. Squeeze at the top. Push the bum back. Weight through the heels. Drive up. Tuck the tail. Pull the belly in. Pull in and drive up. Nice work. We want to keep the chest proud so we don't fold over in that squat. Gosh, I see that so much, is rounding through the spine. All right, all your weight's coming forward into your toes if you do that. And the glutes are not getting what we want out of this. So we want to keep the chest open, press down through your heels as you squat and drive up. Good. So you should be able to keep your eye gaze straight forward on that squat. Let's add on that overhead press and we push the carriage out. Draw in, weights down, squat. Press up, push out. Squeeze the side of those glutes. Remember, don't rush that split. The slower we go, the more tension we load up through those glutes. You can move your foot wherever you want to now. If you want to make it stronger, move the feet a little closer together. If you want to make it a little lighter, heel toe that foot a little further out. Keep the carriage off the stopper. When you come into the squat, let's add on tricep kick back in that squat. Our chest draws forward here, but the spine stays neutral. So we're pitching at the chest, pushing the bottom back. Squeeze the triceps. Drive up, press out. Pull it in, and we take that squat. We squeeze the back of the arms here. As we keep the weight through the heels, keep tension on those glutes. Where are my words? All right, we're holding into that squat in 3. Slowly release every time you come into that split. 2. Last side splits. Bring it in. Find that squat. Load all your weight into that left leg or that standing leg. And we push the carriage out and in. Tricep kickbacks as we do so. Push. Pull. Keep all the weight through your standing leg. So that glute is taking the load. Keep your neck long here, your chin tucked. Keep that weight over your standing leg. Don't press and lean into that moving leg. We're squeezing into the carriage leg to extend it completely. We've got 4. Stay with me in 3. We come back out to the splits. In 2 and 1. Bring it in, drive up, extend the arms, open the carriage, hold it still. The arms come out to the side here. Hold it. Hold it, palms down, palms up, down and up. Rotate from the shoulders, not the wrists. We've got 5, 4, 3, push further into those legs. 2, little tuck of the tail. 1, hold it, push out, and slowly bring it all the way in. Oh my, you can step down. Oh, I like jelly. And come and sit down for a moment here. We're pretty much almost done. We're just going to finish with some core work with our hands in our straps. I'm going to take bala bangles off my wrist for these because my shoulders have had enough today. But you could keep them on. It will definitely add a challenge, but completely optional. Your core will feel challenged without them. Your shoulders will just get a little bit more if you keep them on. All right. Whew. Catch my breath. Grab a drink of water if you've got one handy, and then come down and lay all the way down on your back here. We're staying with that one red spring now. You could go heavier if you want to. Again, that will add load for the shoulders. The core will be challenged enough without any spring change. All right, we're going to take our hands up to the ceilings. I like to have just a little bit of space between my shoulders and the shoulder blocks here. Press into those straps, bringing the hands over the shoulders and the carriage away from the stopper. I'm going to imprint my spine. So pull the back down. Don't think too much about lifting the bottom, but pull your back down and press your belly button in towards your spine. Lift the legs up one at a time to tabletop position. Beautiful. Knees are together. We sweep the hands down as we exhale and inhale as we draw up. Can you make sure your legs are in a lovely 90-degree angle here? And our shoulder blades are squeezed down and back underneath us. Inhale as we lift, ribs stay down. Exhale as you sweep, adding on a chest lift if it's there for you. Curling up, draw the chest to the thighs and lower down. Can you pull your belly button into your spine here? Make sure as you curl, and you can check this at the top, that your knees aren't starting to pull in, okay? Keep them pressed back. The slower we go here at the top of the curl, the stronger it starts to feel through the core. Important when you lower down from your curl that you don't just let the belly go. You want to keep those ribs drawing down, the back pulling down, the belly pulling in. Let's add on a bicycle leg, extending the leg as we curl up. Draw it in. And in. Keeping the chin tucked here so the load doesn't come through the neck. Imagine you've got like a little apricot underneath your chin. The lower the leg goes, the stronger it's going to feel through those deeper abdominal muscles. The higher, the less load you'll feel. If you feel your back arching, go higher. We're holding up into. And one more. Just the legs. In and out. One at a time. Draws in and out. Breath comes in and out. Reach and curl up more. Chin is tucked, eye gaze is low. Back pulls down, belly pulls in for 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Draw the knees in, arms up, feet down, quick little break. All right. It's our warm-up round. All right. We're going to come into our double leg stretch series here. Probably my favorite hands and straps exercise. All right. So we start the same in our tabletop, pressing into the straps, imprint the spine, legs come up to tabletop position. We'll just start by sweeping those hands. And what we're going to add on is a curl and an extension of the legs directly up towards the ceiling. So as I sweep, I curl up, extend my legs straight up. So not low, straight up. Then bend them as you come down. Beautiful. So we're just getting set up for our exercise here. We hold up on our next one. We keep the curl, eye gaze to the thighs, arms lift up only and sweep down. Keep your ribs pulling down. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And lower back down through tabletop. If you need to break, break. If you don't, let's keep going. 3 sweeps up and down. Eye gaze to the thighs. Keep that curl. Arms come up over the shoulders only. Lower down. All right, if that was hard enough, stay there. Otherwise, we're going to turn the arms into circles. Curl up. Arms lift, open, and sweep for 3, 2, 1, lower down. Let's go again. Lift and open and sweep for 3, 2, 1. All right, reverse the direction. We come out, up and sweep. Oh, for 3, that's harder. 2, ribs down, belly in. 1, last round. Inhale, exhale, curl up, out, up for 3, 2, 1. And rest it all the way down, feet down. Woo! All right, I'm feeling that now. Give those knees a rock from side to side. We do have one more round to get through. And then we are finished. Finished? Finito? Finished. Whatever version of that word you want. Whew, all right. I'm mentally preparing myself. All right, we're going to do our oblique curls this time. So, starting position into tabletop, press into the straps, bring the back down, lift the legs up to tabletop. Oh, I can barely hold my legs up. Take your knees hip width apart. This time we're going to sweep our left hand in between our legs, our right hand to the outside of the right knee, just like this, okay? And then lower down, curling up as you do so. So coming across now to the left and down. Now I want you to emphasize the pull on the arm coming in between your legs. That's where we get that oblique rotation. You can add on a bicycle leg with the opposite leg, so the one we're not reaching around. Woo. And next time we curl up to the right, we add on. Curl up, hold it. Arms come out to an L and sweep down. Oh my goodness me. Curl up to the left. Arms to the L. Sweep and lower. Whew. All right, let's go for 3 more. For 2. Can barely talk through it. 1 more. Oof. Hands up, feet down, carriage parks. Oh my goodness me, my abs are so cooked. Pop your straps onto their hooks and then just allow yourself to relax into your carriage. If you've got some nice chill music you can put on here, place that on. We're going to take the first 30 seconds just to let our body start to relax. Come in control of that breathing, long inhales and soft exhales. And just allow the heart rate to start to come back down. Bending through the knees, take your feet to the wide part of your mattress or your standing platform and just start to rock them from side to side. You can let your arms rest all the way out to the side, or you can hold onto your shoulder blocks. Every time your knees come over, maybe allow your top hip just to press up a little bit and get that extra stretch. Maybe you can take your eye gaze in the opposite direction. And coming back through center, we're going to hug our knees into the chest and make ourselves into a ball, giving them a nice big squeeze in. A gentle rock from side to side. Keep your right knee squeezed in and place the left foot down. And let's just give that knee a nice big pull in towards your armpit. So we want to massage out through that hip. You can even lengthen your left leg if that feels better. Just gently pulling that knee across from side to side, right up near the armpit, getting that nice massage. And then we'll take the right ankle over the left knee and pull the left thigh in for our glute stretch here. It's been so long since I've done that hands and strap series. I forgot how brutal that is. My abs are still burning. I don't know how I'm going to get myself up off of my back. Humbling. It's a humbling experience. Oh, gosh. All right, now place your right foot down. Let's squeeze that left knee in. You can maybe extend the right leg if you want and just start to massage into that hip. So just gently pulling that knee from side to side, just an inch in either direction, taking that little rock, feeling that release in the hip, trying to relax that hip as you do. And then bring that right knee in and we'll come into the glute stretch with the left ankle over the right knee. Reach in behind the thigh or that shin and pull that leg in. Just really taking your time here. Try not to rush through your stretching component of your workout. It's just so nice to get that release. And relaxing back down here. Give your knees a gentle rock again from side to side, just letting those hips release from that ball position. I'm going to bring myself up to sit on my carriage and my feet down on the floor next to my carriage. Ready for a roll down here. So take your feet about hip width apart and just fold your chest forward over your thighs. From here, we're going to lift the bottom up so that we are standing in our forward fold. You can press up against the carriage if you need to. My legs are shaking. Head heavy, hands heavy. And if it feels nice for you, interlace those hands in behind your back and then press them up towards the ceiling here. And let the head hang here. Allow your body to be pushed down in the other direction. Take the arms apart. Bring them down to the floor. Inhale, soften your knees. Exhale, slowly lengthen the spine. Whew. All right, guys, we are all done. Thank you again for joining me. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe if you want more. I'll see you soon.